Welcome in, everybody. Scorpio Mama. I see Sweet Koi. I see the Cable Company. My darling Ed. I see. Who else do I see? I saw Bisay earlier. Good to see you, Scorpio Mama. Oh no, my dog is gonna be a crazy one. Hey Tammy, welcome in. Don't go crazy on me. Just so you get a good look, I've been staring at this thing. I had to calibrate the telescope because it couldn't find the moon. And that's pretty much a sure sign that it's really not fooling around, and it's extremely steady since I did calibrate it. So, I guess the dog is going to instruct me on her absolute necessity to go out seconds after I go live. So, I will be right back. Sweet, watch my stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about the delay. Hey, Cecil, welcome in. Who else did I miss? Aqua Donkey, welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Cool, that sounds fun. We'll have a good time. I do got my space pants on. I got my space pants on. I just took some crazy photos. That's why it took me so dang long to come in the house. And the reason it took so long for me to come into the house is because I was out literally taking shots that looked like shots of aliens, and it's just because the camera moved at the most inopportune time. And because of that, it looked insane. But the moon is extremely close to Pleiades right now, so we're gonna go there. Hi, Zena. Thanks for throwing your ball in my lap, you silly ass dog. Okay. It's on my phone, but that's the only place it is right now. Oh, Mama, look at these pants. These pants are just absolutely divine. You know. Yeah, I gotta show you the aliens. There's an alien right there. It's furry, and it's black, and it's just barely out of frame. There it is. Alien. You're a freaking alien. You're an alien. No. Get off me. Nope. No. Oh, you little beast. Let me freaking find something. Holy crap. These pants are awesome. Okay, so I tried to look at the Pleiades a little bit earlier tonight, and let's just say it was way too early. No, Xena, no. Just no. As you can tell. Nope. Oh my gosh. Loop. They're talking about the dog loop in the chat. Oh, and the dog's trying to get into my coffee, into the microphone, and oh my god, get out of here. Enough. Yeah, I can't remember either. I cannot remember. Here we go. Oh, she's such a brat. Oh, no, you don't. Hi, Nightbot. How you doing? Yet another thing that I forgot to write onto a list, so I didn't have to do it. If I don't write it down, I don't feel guilty if I just blow it off, you know? Oh, Xena. But yeah, the dog is now all ready for playtime. And it looks like the neighbors have finally gone inside. Give her the kneecap. I could give her a kneecap. You didn't hear that, dog. So here's a pic for my friend Sweet, because the way it turned out, that thing that's a stripe should not be there. But I did get one with at least part of the Pleiades in it. Oh, no way. Oh, no freaking way. Occlusion is imminent. So basically, if you notice on the lower part of this screen how lit up it is, that is the moon basically looking to invade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out of this mode and I'm gonna go into spy on your neighbors mode. Okay, just kidding. I am gonna go into scenery mode. And that kind of gives you a better idea of what we're actually sort of looking at. So I'm gonna just try and use that as my target. Oh my god. Stop it. Here we go. Oh, you little maniac. No kidding, the target was lost. Are you crazy? Okay, this is a... this was a thing. I'm just kind of playing around, but I'm also really wanting to see this occur. But since the target is really high in the sky, you'd have to see this picture. Let me upload this picture and screw around with it a bit, because this picture just like told me a story that I really didn't realize. Hey Sue, welcome in. No, not exactly. It can follow the moon just fine, but it has issues following an arbitrary point in space. So, it is what it is. I would have to just manually follow along. So once I get it back in here, it's on a calibration kick tonight. I had to do a was it a GPS? Yeah, GPS calibration. And then now it's doing all of the other ones along with it. Thank you, Scorpio Mama. So all that bright is the moon. And there's really not much I can do to it. Here we go. Yeah, I did this spinny thing. And I did it one time. And I recorded it. And it's fortunate yet also unfortunate that I had the microphone off. It's unfortunate because I was yakking without knowing that, but it's also fortunate because the dog went ballistic. So, you know, is that a win-win? I was just like, whatever. But I did get it calibrated, and it was happy that I did. Welcome in, Mark. So the first time I saw the Pleiades and realized that it was a thing was my brother and I were out in the middle of nowhere watching a meteor shower. If I'm not mistaken, it was the Orionids. And I'm looking off just into the darkness for meteors, and I see this little blob of light in the sky, and I'm like, it's not a cloud. It's not just one star. It looks like a bunch of stars. So I went and grabbed a pair of really cheap binoculars and found the giant question mark in the sky. And from that point on, I can pretty much always pick this piece of the sky out. So it's kind of cool when I discovered I watch a lot of other people's content so that I can learn what's going to be cool this month. And this to me is pretty cool because I love watching the moon, and I love looking at the Pleiades. So, there you have it. The moon and the seven sisters are going to do a dance tonight. It's fun when the planets get involved, but it's also fun when it's a favorite piece of the sky anyway. Got out my special coffee cup. This is pretty special. I have had probably about 8 of these over time. This is currently the last one. So if you find one like this, let me know where. And I'll probably buy a few because I love them. Speaking of cobalt and all that, yeah, it doesn't go in the microwave. Oh, it's going to take over. It's going to blot out a bunch of it. Tammy, I've had a coffee cup like this since probably sometime in the 80s or very early 90s. At least one. Like I said, I've had probably about 8 of them over time. And with that being said, it needs a refill, so I'm going to go do that. I have to trip over a fuzzy speed bump. So Tammy, how much shoveling have you had to do? I know Sue's probably getting buried. Yeah, not here. I had flurries this morning. They were legitimate flurries. I couldn't identify them last night. I wasn't sure if it was just stuff blowing around or if it was actually snowing, but this morning it was actually just super light, barely even want to call it snow, but it was still white. It was super freaking cold. I think it was 13 sometime last night. I'm like, no, just no. Oh no. No, I was out I went outside because I couldn't believe it. And it was gray as can be, and yeah, it was officially snowing. I'm just like, well, that's dumb. I wasn't happy about it. We love you, Scorpio Mama. I wish it was warm like where Scorpio Mama's gotta be at. It's gotta be warmer where you're at, honey. I know Dimmy's got it good. Gator's got it better than us. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look forward to summer. Party time with the donkeys. Party time with Tammy. Hopefully running around in my space pants a whole lot. Might have to get some space shorts for when it's hot. I don't know. I do have on a nerdy space shirt too, so. Dun da da da. Houston? 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 Yeah, oh, nope, you're cool. My bad. Shoot. Dang. Shh. Sorry. Shh. Yeah, I'm not right. I'm thinking you might be right there, Ed. You might just be right. Shh. Stop. That was my fault. I tapped on the desk and she thought it was a knock or something. Not like anybody ever knocks here. Yay! Oh, Scorpio Mama, do not get me started. Do not even get me started. I'm just thankful that we don't have a lot of snow here this year. We got kind of spared. We had a couple of storms, but that was about it. Oh, I let the neighbors, I had the neighbors listening to Nostalgic Breakfast on Sunday. That was great. Shout out to Murph and Kells. Shout out to Nostalgic Breakfast. Shout out to Street, who's probably hiding in the bushes. Hi, dog. Oh, hi. Oh my God. Yeah, this week was a banger. Then again, those of us that have really good taste all threw down and threw in some good songs. Wasn't for everybody. Gator would have liked it. It was a rockin' good set. We're merely peasants. But that's okay. I just don't care. Oh, Xena, you need to piss off now. Go away. He needs his assistant to help him out. I know. Nostalgic Breakfast is a fun one on Sunday mornings. It's definitely over 18 chat. It's crazy. It's a good time. I think old Dusty Puerto Rican gave Gator a bit of a scare one day when he was really on one. It was pretty hilarious, though. Yeah, Ed, I was checking him out. He was playing Christmas hymns in a Santa suit. That was pretty cool. On the electric guitar. That's definitely up my alley. No, I turned off the ones in front of me. They're down as low as they can go, and I don't usually go that low. But at the same time, we were talking about it, and it's definitely more light over here than usual. But I can live with it. I don't care. I actually had to turn on another light when I was making that earlier video that I was speaking of, because I was calibrating the telescope right here on the desk. And I was just picking it up, and oh yeah, it was a shite show. At least it wasn't like the 30-minute one that one time I did it. That was horrible. It took maybe 2 minutes. I could probably turn it into a short. We'll see. Yeah, see, she doesn't need the kneecap. You saw a flash. I'm seeing various things floating around outside, so could be any number of things. Was it on the one that the telescope's in? Or was it on the telescope? Yeah, the dust is whack. Are we already on alien counts? Oh, no, no, no. You don't know what socks I have on today. I didn't even go for the alien socks today. I went for the Sasquatch socks today. Hey, Cherokee girl, welcome in. That was an interesting topic that we went over yesterday in Gators Live. 7 aliens? No, I ain't buying it. Squatch socks. You won the topic, Cherokee. Martinez, Richard Martinez in the cave. Welcome in, friend. Don't need to talk to Rich's dogs. You don't need to talk to Sweet's dogs. You don't need to talk to the donkey's dogs. You don't need to talk to Cherokee's crazy menagerie of doggies, kitties, and pets and things. How's your hedgehog? She does love the cave. She loves nostalgic too. We were dancing around during nostalgic yesterday. It was kind of comical. Aww. Cherokee, it was an interesting topic that I did not know of, but that's just wild. It was definitely an interesting one. I even told Gator I don't study some of the topics that come up because I want to learn stuff in the live instead of just automatically knowing all the answers. Donkey, you are just bent on counting those aliens, aren't you? Here, let's show off some Squatch socks, because they're shiznap. Move, dog. I gotta move the mic, though. Those are some fun. Yep, I do Sasquatches. Yep, I do aliens. Yep. What am I looking for on here? I'm looking for, I don't know how to get into my phone. Oh, that's right. I was going to upload that. Probably Gator. All this security crap. Just leave me alone. Zena, can you go away for a minute? Oh man, I gotta wait for this image to come through, so hang in there. Oh, my bad. I had to move the mic so you could see my sock. What? Oh, I just took a picture of what we're supposedly watching. But it was a on the phone picture. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're gonna get blinded here in a sec. I'm not worried about it, though. I'm not worried about the actual imagery right now. I'm more about watching what we're watching. So I could care less about the end result until a little bit later. Alright, where's that photo I just took? I gotta show you guys this. Da 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 da. Let me do a screen here. Okay. I'll just move it on over there. Okay, so this might not look like much of anything just yet. That's the moon that's basically blowing everything out. Gotta feel the stars over here. Shut up, dog. Can you see it? Can you see the question mark? Zena. Can you see the question mark? Okay, see how it's like a... I could kind of see an Egyptian eye, maybe. Hush. You're such a spoiled little creature. No. Anyways, so I wanted you guys to see that because that's just kind of crazy, huh? That's what we're looking at, basically. And the reason why a lot of the stars, and you don't get any of the nebula look. So we've been staring at this for 15 minutes and you usually start getting some of the glow of the nebula. The moonlight's just blowing it out. And that would be why. Dog face. Come on. Oh, see? Ed goes and posts it, and then Nightbot gets right to it. Way to go, Nightbot. Right on time, as usual. Oh my Lord, more neighbors. Yeah, that's just a long exposure that I took on a little tripod. Kind of turned out nifty. And in space weather news, Miss Dog, you need to scram. Ooh, shocky, shocky. She got fried. It was funny. Kind of a crazy shot, though. Yeah. No, she can't operate the keyboard worth a dang either. So, I don't let her. Xena? Quit it, you little weirdo. Oh, she settled down perfect. I'm happy with that. Quite happy with that. Yeah. You need to get that then. I would hate for you to, run out of Mountain Dew. That thing is awesome. If another one could be acquisitioned, I think you should do it. Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of a little wild child sometimes. Ed asks me, is she always like this? And I'm like, uh-huh. And he just looks at me like, why? Just why? She's a brat. She's fun, though. For being a brat, she's fun. Should we take another look at the moon? We should. Oh, Dimmy, you'd have to see this mini fridge. The mini fridge is basically, it's an electric cooler. Is it not going to let me stack it? I thought I said save the raw files. How rude. No. No. Maybe minus the kale. The rest I could live with. Xena always wants to steal the show. Neighbors are back. This dog. I love it. $17. I was abducted. Just kidding. I'm yakking at a dead mic. I love that. Anyway, I'm going to step outside, have a quick smoke. I am going to take some snappies, and I'll be back shortly. Hopefully the telescope gets its ducks in a row here first. Plus I need more coffee. Yep, I think it's gonna work. That moon's definitely giving it fits. And action! Here we go. Alright, I'll be right back. Hey Nicholas, you caught me running in and out, so I'll be right back in. We're looking at the Pleiades right now, and the moon's about to blow it away. I'm gonna go take a couple of snapshots real quick, and I'll be right back in. Well, alrighty then. That was fun. It's freaking cold outside, just so you know. 23, gotcha. We'll stay there. We'll stay on top of it. Did it not save? It did not save. Stand by. There. Anyways. So, I went out, I took a really neat looking picture, but at the same time, said neat picture also showed a good deal of clouds out there, so we're not going to be running for a super long time, I don't think. Yeah, that moon is definitely getting ready to take over. Just a little bit before you rolled in, Nicholas, I showed off a picture that I took just with a tripod and my phone. And you can see the question mark from the Seven Sisters. And the moon, and they were like saying, "How you doing?" So it's not surprising to me that this is literally blown out by the moon. But it's still cool. I'm not expecting a lot from this particular part of the imaging. Because, you know, it kind of is what it is. We could try to, some of my coldest nights have been amazing nights. As long as the humidity is not ridiculous, you're okay. But I've got an anti-dew device on. I do have an anti-dew device on the telescope, and I turn it on by default anymore. I don't even think about it. It's just a thing that I do. Yeah, we'll just keep counting aliens because they're fun. Depends who you ask, so. We can always rock, paper, scissors. Fight it out later, whatever. It's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. Oh crap, I lost my coffee. Keep track of the aliens there, donkey. I got my space pants on. No. No, you know what I need? I need to get like a more civilized way of covering the telescope after a good session. Because for right now, I put a Menards bag over the top of it after it comes in the garage. In the summer, it goes into a tent or the back of the truck, depending on the situation. This one, it could easily just like go into the back of the truck, but yeah. My other scope, we used to put up as a shower tent, and we would basically put the telescope in there when we were done for the night. And put a garbage bag over the top of it. So it's not pretty, but it is effective. It'll keep, you know, water, actual rain off of the components. But yeah, one of the nights that I had it out, I brought it back in, Nicholas, and the thing was like frosty. The whole thing is actually a black telescope, and the legs were completely covered over with just thick frost on the legs, and the body had a good bit of it on there, and I was laughing. I brought it in and stuck it on the desk to show the stream at the very end of the stream. It was funny. Yeah, the anti-dew devices. It's actually just like, it's a lens heater. I was gonna get a something similar for my other scope, and then I got talking to somebody incredibly nerdy, and we were talking about actually building such a creature, and it was kind of over my head. It's probably not nearly as over my head as I think it is, but yeah, it was kind of over my head. That, and I don't solder well. Just a tube heater for a big telescope, and maybe a lens heater to keep it from getting fogged up. Did you see another one? Add to the arguable count. But Nicholas, I'm actually looking forward to the summer months. Shh. I'm looking forward to the summer months because there's some stuff I definitely got to look at, but I want a better look at. Seemed all of our camping trips were sloppy and soggy, but at least a couple of times we did get the scope out anyway. And our last camp trip of the entire season turned out to be the one and only camp trip that we didn't have rain. It's always fun when we're, running away from tornadoes or torrential downpour rains or extreme winds, or we get stuck in Wyoming because of extreme winds and blow off danger and stuff like that. We're adventurous. Kinda. Shh. Hey, stick it, you little noisy dog. Well, that and, okay, so, stop. Between the firmware upgrades that came along shortly after I got the scope and the ability to use those firmware upgrades and just learning over the time that I've had it, now I know what to do, when to do it, and a little bit more of how to do it. So me just kind of playing around on nights like tonight where I know I'm going to get clouded out. I already know this. It's just a matter of time. And what I took a picture of outside was proving that it's just, I'm getting lucky. That's all. But I definitely want to get a really, really nice shot of the Eagle Nebula. I want to spend some long, boring quality time staring at that little sucker and get a better image of that, because even the one that I got kind of blew me away. And some of the ones of the Orion Nebula, aka Gator's Turkey, that one I think I can do better. I saw a beautiful one today in a video, and it was both the Orion Nebula and the Running Man Nebula and it was done in a mosaic. So he was able to literally pick out of the mosaic what he wanted as the image, and it was outstanding. It was very beautiful. Yeah, if you don't, I'm just gonna stick the GoPro outside or something. See what kind of fun I can have with that puppy. I'm gonna thwack you, little dog. Get up here. Get up here. Now sit down. You do not need to put your butt in my face. Coffee. Gotcha, donkey. As soon as I can get back to the keyboard. I don't know if I can do it now. It is a wireless keyboard, but the dog's in the way. Miss Dog, would you please get opposable thumbs? Yeah, I want to see auroras, and I want to see meteor showers, so that'll be the silent live streams that we could potentially pull off. I'll just set up Aurora Cam or Meteor Shower Cam to do the thing and let people watch it. Oh yeah, I forgot what I was doing. I know. And she'll see me. Is she getting really good on the guitar there, Donkey? Does she realize that practice, practice, practice is the only way to go? Ruh-roh. Dimmy, what's Aurora Lights? Talk to me. Is that like a laser show or something similar? I do love star shows. I do love laser shows. I do love going to a planetarium whenever humanly possible. The green lights? Oh, the northern lights? Yeah, I love the northern lights. And that's hopefully what we'll be seeing with the new camera. That's awesome, Donkey, that she's gonna be good. It's cool when they pick it up like that, and especially if they enjoy it. Yeah, the northern lights, the aurora lights. Yeah. I got some mini slides of those. Here's the ones that we had here. Yes and no. We were actually goofing around the night that these were taken, and you don't see it on the telescope. Yeah, these were just random snappies, and I was not using a tripod, so the stars did kind of get a little messed up. And I think we rolled out of Sweet Acres live. Discovered those northern lights just before I ended up going live. That was the night that we looked at M42, and then we just let it float away, which again is the Orion Nebula. That was that night. That might have been the night that I had technical difficulties because I popped up on your panel and I forgot to actually shut down my stuff and restart everything. All right, peace out, Nicholas. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, we had a great night that night. It was like crazy. Christy was sending us pictures and it was just gorgeous. Yeah, Ghost Rider looked pretty cool there. There will be a full solar eclipse in March for the fishies, because that's pretty much who gets to see most of it. But there will be a partial eclipse. I believe it's on the 3rd of March. Is it solar or lunar? I think it's a lunar. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a lunar eclipse. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we're getting into here. Welcome in, June. Good to see you. I'm basically just screwing around, to be fair. We'll just drift into it. I missed you too, sweet. Crowd cracks me up. I went and looked at that video that you posted of Maureen's, and man, she does have a crap load of snow. That's a lot of freaking snow. Oh, you're welcome, June. Right now I'm in scenery mode. I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm really not being terribly serious about much of anything right now. Because the moon is just overtaking the Pleiades shortly, and it's just kind of cool. But I do have some clouds, so I can't take much of anything extremely seriously. Yeah, the one thing I don't have the ability to really get clear images of, though, June, is the planets. So at some point down the road, that's definitely on the wish list. But for now, I'm definitely not unhappy with what I do get to see through this thing. And it's a lot of fun. So I'm just messing around. And I'll go outside and take pictures with my phone, and it's all gorgeous out there, so however I can sneak up on it, I'm down. $26? Gotcha. I'm on it. You know. No, that's not immediate. That is correct. I can get them, but they're not nearly as clear as what I've seen through the eyepiece, and as can't really share that except with, unless you're here. And that still has to happen too. I really miss looking through the eyepiece, even except for when it's freaking cold like it is right now. Basically, I would be outside as long as it was above 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I would be willing to go out there until I couldn't feel my fingers anymore, and then I'd cover up the lens, cover up the end of the tube, go in the house, let everything warm up for a few minutes, and then go back outside and torture myself or enjoy myself all over again, depending on how you want to look at it. But 20 degrees Fahrenheit is pretty freaking cold. So it's how much you can stand to be outside. And sometimes you just can't. And this is my excuse for not having to go outside. I can go outside. And I have to go outside to pick the telescope up. Like, I actually set it up when it was still daylight. And then I told it to go find the moon, which I could clearly find in the sky. And it went kind of derpy. And so I brought it in and calibrated it. And it found it just fine. So I'm glad I calibrated it, because it was not going to play nice otherwise. It just wasn't. So sometimes you got to do that. Oh boy, look at them clouds rolling through. Well, like I said, this was going to be interesting. Nah, no such thing as seeing it all. Because from night to night it can change. And it's all in the, when you have weird atmosphere stuff like this is kind of cool, but super annoying. Those are definitely some high clouds. Yeah. I'm just letting it drift and then bringing it back in frame a little bit more. Oh, did I miss Susanna coming in? That would not surprise me. I miss Susanna all the time. Yeah, and then the nice thing about the clouds is they leave as quick as they show up. So I'm cool with that. $28? Okay, I'll buy that. No. I kind of don't trust them around here, but we have so much random air traffic that doesn't quite make sense. I don't trust the photographs that I just took a little while ago either because I got such massive lens flare off the moon. It looks like a spaceship. And I know that it's lens flare. It just looks crazy. Alright, give me a sec. I'll be right back. This puppy dog. Blinded by the light. Oh, did you bring me your ball? Give me the ball. Don't even think about it. You better make peace with that room. Don't start it. Foolish animal. Do you need to go outside? Do you need to go outside? Alright, I'll be back. Apparently she doesn't want to wait at all. So, we'll fix that. Welcome in, LG. We're just letting the Pleiades kind of drift away, waiting for the moon to sneak in. And I'll be right back because Xena is insisting that it's her time right now. Alright, how many aliens do I need to add in? And, yeah, apparently we slipped away from what we were looking at. Not that that's terrible, but, you know. Welcome in, Tomcat Josh. Yes, yes. The doggo just scored a sweet treat. She was quite happy about it. Where's your ball? Go find your ball. Where's your ball at? Give the scope a minute to catch up here, and yeah. We'll have, if nothing more, an extremely interesting view. I think I want to poke the moon here in a minute. You know, after I go through all the effort of finding M45 again. You missed. Slacker. You're drunk, dog. There you go. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? Okay, now the dog has a new annoying spot for the ball. Well. Gotta love it. Dog, you're a brat. Get out of there. So her new annoying spot to put the ball is next to Edward's UPS unit. Let me get her some water. And me some more coffee. Maybe. You gonna go lay down now? That would be good, dog. So the moon's not messing around no more, it looks like. It is trying really hard to overtake the screen. And the dog, as usual, is trying to rule my life. Oh, she's playing around, so she's good. I'm cool with her just playing with one of her toys and not bugging me too much. That's definitely not very nice. You stop that. There's your ball. Here you go. Stop. All right. Oh, she's trying to give me fits. So she takes food out of her bowl, walks it over to her bed, which she just was gonna beat the crap out of. She walks her food over to her bed, like a big mouthful of it, dumps a bunch of it out, and then eats one kibble at a time, and then repeat. It's goofy weird. She's an oddball dog. She doesn't have to try to entertain me. Her weird antics always entertain me. She's such a screwball. Oh, yeah. Let me get it. Because Ed's gonna have a canary if I don't play the song. Okay. I don't know where that's at. Alright, I'll just play it, but I'm gonna play it off my phone because I can't figure out where it is on my, on my phone. So I'll just pause the music. And I'll play it off my phone, because I can find it there. Okay, here you go. You asked for it. All right, then. That was the song. There will be a video that goes with it. So it'll probably just be the intro, and it will be part of the intro rotation. That's an Ed creation. So now I gotta throw my 2 cents worth, my 2 cheeks worth. Har har har. I've got some crazy ideas that will definitely be amusing. I kind of described my scenario to Sweet, and she started snickering as I was telling her about it, so yeah. It's only because we have way too many possible ways of recording video, audio, neighborhood shenanigans, and yeah. The bizarreness is real. That moon is definitely getting ready to sneak into the frame, I think. Look at how bright it is in the corner there. It's just crazy how bright it is. I guess part of the screen's kind of cut off, and that's just so I don't dox myself, really. There are places where the exact location of my telescope pop up on the screen, so I have carefully gone through and made sure that those don't show up. Good morning, Timo. I don't know if you saw my post from earlier today. The moon is dancing with the Pleiades right now. It's getting ready to cover them up to some degree, at least from my location. Oh my gosh, Zena, are you absolutely starving? You must be so hungry. Oh my gosh. Let me put 7 more pickles in here, so I just put up a really short, it was just a little post, an image post, so I know you roll around to them when you stumble upon them. And I know Sabine stumbles upon them too. Yeah, I knew it was early in the morning. That's why I said good morning. It's just too early. You don't get up that early, do you? I know you get up early, but not that early. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, Ed's like that. He's up at dark early too. He did it to himself. Or my dog did it to him. I'm not sure. It's one of those two things. Nighty night. Go back to sleep there, Timo. Much appreciated, friend. My neighborhood is unusually active with cars rolling through and alien visitors, probably. Well, Ed, just think about the number of times that, because of having telescopes, eyepiece or otherwise, I would be rolling into bed about the time that you'd be rolling out of bed. And the only reason I'd stop is because it was either too cold or too cloudy. Thank you, Timo. Yeah, the warmer weather, I'll probably step up to the taller tripod too. Just to prevent the cats. I don't want to deal with them. Actually, when I was setting up the telescope, it was kind of funny, and I set up the telescope twice because I calibrated it in between. But the first time I took it out, it was about maybe 4:30, something like that. It was pretty early even for me. But I took it out there, and there was most certainly a cat fight going on close by. It was quite loud. They were definitely scrapping it out. And then came in, and then I saw like 3 or 4 cats in the neighborhood. Right on, Donkey. Will you take care? Have a good night. Goldone. Uh-oh. Need more coffee. Gotta get some coffee. Coffee is totally a sponsor. The whole entire coffee industry is a sponsor. Without coffee, this stream would not be possible. Thank you. Thank you, Juan Valdez, and all of your cohorts and friends and enemies and all that stuff. But he's just a bean. I know he's just a bean, but it's my favorite bean of all time. That's how I get my vegetables every day. Don't fight with me about my coffee. Should we take a peeky peek at the moon? I'm gonna say that it's probably pretty flippin' bright, but I also want to see it wander. I want to get another one of those kind of shots. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to move on out of here, just because it's gonna be kind of weird, at least for a little bit. It looks like we got a few clouds rolling in too. Hey, Elduro, welcome in. Oh, stop it. Yeah, okay, see how it's telling me to calibrate my telescope? I already did this today. I'm not doing that. Ain't doing it. So to kind of understand why we can't see all of the same, we can't see the same thing that we were just seeing just moments ago, even though we know for a fact that it's pretty much invading that space, is because there's actually a lunar filter on in the moon setting, so it automatically knocks out a bunch of that extra light. So I'm going to bounce over to scenery view, which is pretty much like pulling out a pair of fancy binoculars or not so fancy binoculars so you can see what it looks like. But it's going to keep drifting unless I tell it not to. So hopefully I can get this right. There we go. No. I did not get that quite right. It's close. So that's kind of more of what you'd actually be looking at if you went outside to look at it. So, Tina, wasn't that 17 pieces of food enough for you? I'm gonna beat you up, doggy. Welcome back, Nicholas. M45 kind of slipped away, so we just kind of let it. And now we're in scenery mode, which is basically like glorified binoculars. And if I didn't have the funky framing on, it would definitely drift away quickly. So it looks kind of sci-fi-ish. I kind of like it. It's fun. It's weird. Yeah, the craters are amazing. Yeah, it's doing a little bit of bobbling, but that's okay. It's at least keeping it in the view. I don't know, can you guys hear my dog just chowing down in the background? Okay. Now she just wandered off. So, yeah, that was finishing off a snack. Now she'll probably go lay down. Which she really needs to do anyway, so I encourage that behavior. Nope, she's bringing in some sort of ragey toy. I'm scared. What are you doing, Xena? I don't know what she's doing. I think she's chasing down a specific toy. I just keep chucking them into this toy box, and yeah, well, she keeps pulling them out. Oh, yeah. Mrs. Grumbles is more like it. We call that the Gur ball. Because she gets hold of it and goes, grr. Now she's in the kitchen barking at this inanimate object. What have I created? I've created a nut job that's my dog. Go get your ball. Go get the rage ball. Grr. Go get it. We're gonna lay down. You wanna be on the camera? Come here. Goodness, dog. There we go. This for me. Thanks. Look, it's Demi. She says woof. Woof. She keeps sliding because these pants are kind of slippery. And she doesn't sit right anyway, so she's kind of slippery. Nice slippery girl. She's turned 4. She's 4. She's this many. Still acts like a toddler. And that's okay. Lay down. She's definitely a much better creature over time. So Demi, when we got her, they guesstimated how old she was anyway. And essentially, with that being said, we didn't think much of what is her birthday when we adopted her. So when we took her into the vet for the first time, they needed a birthday. And I'm like, it's not on her paperwork. And they're like, no. And I go, month? And they go, February? Okay. This dog potty trained really quickly. You know what? I think it's probably both, Nicholas, without giving you an exact correct answer, but it gets a lot of hits, but I mean, you got to think about the Earth has been hit plenty of times by asteroids as well. So it's not like it hasn't been hit. There's plenty of evidence of all sorts of random space debris hitting. Xena! Like, I need to throw some space debris at this dog. Hang on one second. Yeah, and essentially the things that have hit the moon are anything from very, very small bits, very small pieces of space junk, and all the way up to rather large sized space junk. And when you look at the craters in particular, you can usually tell if it was a small object or a big object. The small objects look like they have almost a little volcano in them. So it's not just the crater, but like the impact site is visible too, which is pretty wild looking. Welcome back, Scorpio Mama. So to recap, Scorpio Mama, we're looking at the moon right now. Instead of using a filter or anything, we're just using it like a big pair of binoculars. And the crazy little boxy thing is just keeping us in the right neighborhood. Are you finished screwing around, Miss Dog? Go lay down. You're done. Go lay down. She attacked the shoe. She attacked the little dog bed. She's attacking other things, including thinking about attacking me. Would you just chill out, please? Take a tiny chill pill and relax. Please. Lay down. Zena? You're done. Quit it. Zena. Stop it. She might. We'll see. Crazy dog. Now let's just turn off the tracking and watch it drift away. And I would suspect that once it does drift out of frame, we might actually be able to see some of those stars out there. Again. Anybody have any updates to alien counts? Did we stop counting? Working on sewing stuff? You're so talented. Hey, Shirley. She is lovely tonight. I went out and took an earlier picture that was kind of remarkable. I'm probably gonna have to mess with it so it actually looks nice too, but what it was the moon sneaking up on the Pleiades, which is kind of what we started with tonight. Yeah, I know. I want to keep looking at the moon for a minute. But yeah, we'll definitely have a look at some other stuff. I'll come up just for the coffee, Shirley. Xena, enough. You are done, little girl. Be right back. Thanks, Shirley. Have a good night. Get some rest. Moon real estate. Yeah, most places are better than Vegas. And it's been a long time since I've been to Vegas, and I'm sure it's not any better. I could probably stand the weather there right now, but not the lack of dark sky. Oh, there goes the moon. Bye bye, moon. Oh, crap. Shut up. This dog. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that she made a few people jump, and I apologize for that one. I think I'm going to let this go to a 3-hour marker and cut y'all free. Oh, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Scorpio Mama. There are much better places to get much better crap. And I feel you. Just finding base materials is a pain in the neck. But then when you see their pre-made things. It's like, wow, that's bad. Pretty bad. So yeah, unfortunately, I think the moon is going to be the dominator in the sky since it's pretty much walking through the Pleiades, and I'm gonna end up getting clouded out here pretty quickly anyway, so. Stop. Yeah, I've only been to a couple of different Hobby Lobbies, Dimmy, and I was not overly impressed. I didn't find what I was actually in there looking for. And like I said, the pre-made, supposedly crafted things looked like they needed to be recrafted. So. Just one of those. My opinion, I suppose. Just haven't had the best experiences in them. Yes. Very much so. Michaels used to have fabric, didn't they? At least, maybe that's a hit or a miss, I guess. Ooh. Okay, Scorpio Mama. Yeah, I thought Michaels used to have, at least they used to have fabric. It wasn't a huge selection, but they had some. Like they used to at least do quilting material. I don't know. I've pretty much gotten out of doing anything super duper crafty anymore, so I do a little bit, but not very much. But I think I would be like Dimmy and go with the I would go with the Amazon bet, because that's typically where I get just about everything anyway. Maybe so, Nicholas. I mean, and maybe they just, maybe that was one of the things they cut. Joann's was the best. I loved going into Joann's. That place was fun. Even if I didn't need to buy anything, that place was fun. Yeah, Joann's made me sad when it went away. Very, very sad. Alright, let's do... Yeah, these are all from today, guys. All these videos are from today. Just for giggles, you know? Yeah, we can still at least go to Michael's, but yeah, if they don't have fabric, then that's problematic. Very cool. Exactly, Demi. It's disturbing that they just don't have. It's almost like it's becoming a lost art all the way around. And with that said, there is actually a store here that sells fabric, that sells yarn, and that's the name of the store is Lost Arts. It's quite a cool little store. I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna go grab the telescope, and I'll be back in to say goodbye. So in the meantime, chit chat, do the thing, and I'll be right back. good night, you guys. It's got a light for a hand. Yeah, you're correct. I was the alien. You are not wrong. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. And peace out.